I want to talk to you all about legacy, building your legacy. So we see this word here. It means a lot to a lot of different people. And I want you to take a moment to understand, what does legacy mean to you? Seriously, think about that. Legacy isn't defined by money. It isn't defined by status. Legacy is defined by intentionality. Legacy is culture. Legacy is how you build certain things. Legacy is also what you intend to do for those after you. So see, there's a story I know. There was a mother growing up in the South in 1930, right? That lady right there. And all she could do was leave her legacy. But her legacy was that to leave her children with education is important, because she had none, at least not any formal education. Even though everybody knew that she was smart enough to be a lawyer, doctor, engineer, whatever it was, she didn't have any. So she instilled in her children, education will get you to the top. Education will help you build your legacy. So a daughter of hers went on to be extremely successful, moved from the South, was an entrepreneur, was a C-suite executive for more than 40 years. That daughter had kids of her own, a son who went on to reach his heights and be successful. Now you think about that right there, like, how was that a legacy? How was that building a legacy? And so some examples, as a CEO, I work with athletes every day. But it's not always about what they do on the field. Athletes make millions of dollars and they think, I'm just going to leave my mom some money. I'm going to leave my homeboy some money. I'm going to leave my boys I grew up with some money. Money can, as we know, we can go broke, right? Money can leave us at the drop of a dime. What I do each year in the off season, what I implore to them is what are you building for your family? What habits are you helping them create? Or what habits are you changing? See, being a legacy is about investing, not money, but investing time, talent, emotion. So just like this lady right here is praying, you ought to be intentional about building a legacy. I have a guy right now. It's 4 younger brothers. He's the oldest. First one to go to college. Didn't have one scholarship offer and got that his senior year, the last game of the high school season. Went on to have a successful college career. He didn't have a draft combine invite. It was COVID. So anybody that's familiar with football and what it did in the NFL process to COVID, it basically canceled all their showcase ability. So instead of getting drafted, this guy goes undrafted. Now, he has 4 younger brothers. So if he had quit, given up, said, bump it, I don't care, what's the behavior and the legacy that he's leaving for his little brothers? But he persevered. And now he's going into year 5 in the NFL. And now he's building blocks for his brothers every summer. He's taking them with him. He's showing them what business looks like, things that they were never exposed to. And these are things that I implore with them each off season. Talking about legacy is more than money. Legacy is really sitting down, giving somebody your blood, sweat, tears, and energy, and showing them this is how you do it. Whether that's talking to them, if you see somebody's on the wrong path of education, whether that's showing them what education can do. If you see somebody that's on the wrong path and doesn't have the knowledge, just because a person is a professional athlete doesn't mean they know everything. They don't know that they can get business loans. They don't know that they can get things to support them so they can give back into their community. But that's a part of building a legacy. And that's why I always say that Legacy isn't about money. It's about investment. If I'm going to leave you with anything, it's about investing what you pour into people. It's about creating new habits. It's about establishing a new culture. And if you're going to change some of those things, you have to believe you can. So see, if I go back to that lady that was praying about investing education into her children, and she had that daughter who went and got 2 degrees and understood that if I'm going to make it, right, we all think about, I got to make it. Who instilled that same thing in her child. Then I will be introducing to my grandmother, my mother, and me. My grandmother was born in the South in the 1920s. She had nothing. But my mother understood that if she was going to make it with her and her siblings, that education would lead her there. I grew up watching my mother lead, be a boss as a woman, and start her own business. Now I'm doing the same thing. So my 4-month-old son, who doesn't give me any sleep, by the way, God, why didn't nobody tell me that? Can see daddy building a legacy for them and him and his siblings. What I talk to my athletes about every day. Listen, I can tell them they look good scoring a touchdown or throwing a strike or hitting a home run. But every athlete doesn't grow up in the same situation. Every athlete doesn't have a mom or a dad in the household. Every athlete doesn't even come from America. And so it's extremely important to help them understand that it's more than money. It's more than status. And that anyone can build a legacy. Anyone can define their own legacy. And so now as I leave you, I want you to rethink about that. What is legacy to you? How can you redefine your legacy? How can you build your legacy? And how can you shape your legacy? Thank you.